I'm Lenn Woolston, sci-fi fantasy writer, blogger, and nerd, and thanks for stopping by my channel today. This is kind of a bittersweet video because this is the last video that I will be posting in 2018, which sounds just really crazy that a year has already flown by and we're getting ready for the new year. And it's actually one of the reasons I wanted to post this video because I have had a very challenging year of 2018 between some personal stuff, writing stuff, and a whole bunch of other things. And I really wanted to take the opportunity to share with you guys the changes and expectations that you should have for me this new year because things are going to be changing. And don't worry, it's not that I'm going away. It's not that I'm stopping YouTube or anything. It's just that you will see that there will be some changes. And so I wanted to address those today and kind of do a breakdown of where I'm going to be in the next year with different types of goals and, like I said, changes that will be coming. So let's get into that. So first off, let me go ahead and talk about personal goals. These are things that in my personal life, they don't always have to be associated with writing, but they're things that I personally am going to be working on, and there are going to be some changes that happen with me personally. And so I wanted to just kind of build a sense of accountability and also so that you know where I'm at on a personal level, because yes, I am human. So first things first, I am dedicating a lot of this next year to self-care. And it's something that I realized I wasn't taking care of myself personally in lots of different areas. And so one of them is I have a weight loss goal that I'm going to be kind of going on in this next year. And I have a pretty big goal because I had at the very end of 2017, so just at the beginning of 2018 really, I had my final baby, and that whole pregnancy just really kind of shook me, and I lost a lot of just flexibility, and also it was just a lot harder on my body. I had a bigger baby than anticipated, and as such it kind of has affected my health. And so that's something I was realizing that this past year that I have things that I need to focus on and heal from. And so one of those things is to definitely get more involved in exercising. And the other thing too is I had a really just sedentary lifestyle because of the type of work that I do and just being exhausted as a mother and everything. And a lot of that had to do with the fact that in the times where I was running around like crazy, it was doing stuff for other people. So I definitely am trying to be more cognizant of myself. Another part of that is to make sure I get enough sleep because I don't. I really don't. And I actually have this fitness tracker. Isn't it so cool? You can wear it as a bracelet, I can wear it as a necklace, or I can clip it on. It's by Bella Beat, and I will put a link down below in the description box so you can check them out. I'm not, a paid sponsor or anything. This is just something that I got so that it can kind of, again, help with the accountability to make sure that I'm exercising and that I'm sleeping enough. And this allows me to kind of track that. So definitely going to focus on self-care and making sure that I remain healthy and active. So part of focusing on self-care, another thing that I am going to try to do this next year is to really hold like me time very sacred and to just make sure that I allow myself to make time for myself. Doing Nano really opened up a lot of just that having to make a priority, and that was something that I wanted to do, and I was successful at winning Nano because I held my writing time sacred. And I found that even if you do something 15 minutes, like if you just give yourself 15 minutes to do something that you love and that you want to do, if you give yourself that every single day, it really adds up. Another thing that I'm going to focus on personally is I have a business of my own where I do editing and I do transcribing, and so I am going to be opening up some of the different avenues that I have because that's something that I want to allow myself to kind of grow in and grow my clientele. And so I will definitely leave all that information down below if you are interested. So that's something that is going to be changing this year. Now let's move on to the second part of what is going to be the new me this new year, which is all focused on my writing. So where am I at in this whole trying to get published thing and all of my books? So right now, I am going to be focusing on querying Project Jen, which is my young adult sci-fi. I had sent a few queries back in the fall, and I kind of was just waiting for that, and I didn't get a lot of feedback, but I also just got so busy with doing NaNoWriMo and then the holidays and everything, and then it just was getting to the time of year where agencies are starting to close to submissions because of the holidays, and so I decided that's something that in this next year I'm going to focus on, just trying to query that and put that out in the world. I also, in addition to querying, I am also going to be focusing on what my NaNoWriMo project was, and that is my young adult fantasy, which right now is entitled Ash of the Phoenix. And I'm going to be focusing on editing that so that I can get it ready for my critique partners, and then from there do another round of edits before getting it to my beta readers, and then do more edits. And my hope is that I'll have all of that ready to go to kind of see where that story is going to lead, and if I'm going to be querying it towards the end of 2019 or what's going to happen with that, but at least getting to where it's like a finalized draft and then seeing where kind of life just takes me when it comes to my writing journey. Another thing that I will be focusing on this next year, writing related, is I have been promoted to senior editorial intern with VA Vera Publishing, which I've been doing an internship with, and so I will have more extensive curriculum that I'm going to be exposed to and more challenges in a way, but all in the means to help with my education and just the publishing world, and I'm really looking forward to it. I know that parts of it are going to kind of bring me out of my comfort zone, but it's all for the benefit of my personal journey as a writer, and also just being able to help further the writing community with the authors that I've been working with and new authors, and so I'm really excited about that and to see where that takes me. Now moving on to the third aspect of what I'll be focusing on, and that's all related to my blog. Okay, so I will admit that as we got to the end of summer, I kind of started to not be blogging as much as I used to, and part of that was just kind of adjusting to having a YouTube channel, and then also trying to be more active on social media, and then also all my writing projects. And so I kind of was allowing myself to blog when I had time, but it became a lower priority, and I honestly missed it. So I will be focusing more on doing regular blog posts, but I will say that it's going to be different. In the past, I would kind of put up, different information. Another thing that I would have on there is Spark prompts, which are my writing prompts that I was posting every single Monday. And after getting some feedback from some of you, I have realized that, it was a little bit overwhelming for people to have it every single week. And so I kind of stopped doing it because I thought it was just too much, but then I had other people that really benefited from it and missed it. So I will be doing the Spark prompts will be coming back, but they will just be limited to just once per month. I also am going to be doing kind of a mix of nonfiction and then also some fiction. So I will be having twice a month, you'll get an aspect of which will be nonfiction, whether it's just writing advice and tips, or if it's just kind of me saying where I'm at in my journey. And then the other parts of the month, so 2 Mondays out of the month, you'll also see kind of just some fiction from me where you get to kind of read some of my work. It's not necessarily going to be one of the stories that I'm working on. I have an idea to kind of do other stuff. Another thing that I'm going to be including in my blog is all of the transcripts from my YouTube videos, because I know that you don't necessarily have all the time and availability to watch my videos, and it might just be easier to read a transcript. And so I'm going to go ahead and put that on my blog so that you can read exactly what all my videos are including, all without having to actually watch the video if you don't have the availability. The fourth and final aspect that I'm going to be focusing on in this new year, new me, is all related to my YouTube channel. So some of the things that are going to be changing are kind of how I do my videos. Don't worry, I'm still going to be giving you all my writing advice, but I'm going to actually allow part of myself, my personality, if you will, to filter into my videos. So you'll see that there's just going to be kind of a different style with how I do my videos, and you'll also see just different content. I have a few things that I've been really sitting on and wanting to do as part of videos, but I kind of haven't felt like I had them all together, and I didn't have like a good starting point for them. So what better than the new year? So you will see some changes with that, and I hope you guys appreciate them and enjoy them even more. And if you ever have any idea for a video that you would like to see me do, or a topic that you want me to discuss, go ahead and leave that in the comment section below so that I can know what you would like to see. But yeah, there will be some changes on how I do my videos, and it'll all be for the benefit, I promise you. So that's kind of a wrap up of what you can expect in this new year and new me. So go ahead and tell me, what are you most excited for this new year? Do you have goals or aspirations that you are trying to achieve? Let me know in the comment section so I can cheer and keep that accountability on your end too, because I'm all about interacting with all of my fellow writers and people who are just trying to better themselves. And so I hope that this new year just brings something that is going to be a nice fresh start. Maybe you have something that's kind of like nagging at you that you want to do, and you're looking for an opportunity to actually start that. This new year is going to be your year, and so I encourage you to also make goals and to just keep me apprised of how you're doing with those goals so that I can support you too. And I just really appreciate all of you guys who are watching out there and like to just see part of my life and what I'm going through. So with that, this is the last video for me from 2018. So I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. And until next video, which will be next year, bye!